Oh, good morning, YouTube. It's bright and early in the morning. It's before 7 a.m. Sun's just starting to come up. So, note, got that thing fixed finally. Battery had a dead short in it, would show voltage, but load tested, it failed. But all the battery cables needed replaced anyways because they were all corroded. So that thing's running better. But today, the brand new Lund hooked up to the truck. So that means it's time to go fishing. We're gonna go lake test this thing and make sure everything works. Or not new Lund, but new to us. Go to a local spot that's close. It's got pike and stuff in it, and run down the river and stuff. After that, we'll come back and wash it up and buff it out and see how we do with it. I don't expect to catch fish. That's why it's called fishing, not catching, but we're gonna try more than less than anything, see how the motor does and everything else. So see you out there. Ooh. Well, we made it out to the lake. Everything seems to be working. Well, not everything. Live wells aren't working. I'm gonna have to check fuses and stuff on that, find out where those are. And motor's running good. We're not taking on water, so that's a party bonus. Now we're just gonna putt around and play and see how it goes. But check out this view over here. Definitely a nice morning. Should have brought a sweatshirt, a little chilly, but that's okay. It's gonna be up near 80 today, so stay tuned. Good morning, YouTube. This is a continuation of yesterday's video, and it was supposed to be another fishing video. But we did go out in Lund yesterday. Now you see I got it all covered up. Issues we had with it, the live wells weren't working. I work at a marine boat shop, and we only had one of the live well pumps in stock, so I got changed one live well pump. Didn't film it because it was stupid hot out, and it just very aggravating. So got one live well pump changed, and then did a software update on the Garmin, so this should be ready to go out again. We were going to go today, but the truck, my truck, the big pile of crap that it is, didn't want to stop very well. So we were having braking issues. I'll get you out of the sun. And well, let's just take a look here. So I've already got it tore apart. So the caliper bracket, these two bolts here, they're 21 millimeters. And then the caliper itself is 18 millimeter, two of them. And then the rotor popped off, and I have a bad wheel speed sensor, so I'm going to change that also. So just got back from AutoZone getting parts. It was well over 200 bucks. Didn't want to spend that kind of money, but I'll show you. So this is the back side of the rotor. As you can see, it's not braking very well. And the front side's not much better. So we'll pull everything apart, re-grease all those slide pins, and clean everything up and put it back together with all new parts. I'm not going to change the caliper because I did put a new one on last year. This truck's had 4 new calipers put on it, so there should be no need to change that. So I'm going to get going, put this side together, and I'll check back in with you here in a little bit. Well, that escalated. So I had to bend the dust shield a little bit to get the wheel speed sensor out and then back in, and it didn't want to flex back into place, so I had to take and cut the top of it off so it doesn't rub against the rotor. So hopefully that fixes that problem, and I can go ahead and put this side back together now. Alright, so wheel speed sensor's on, caliper brackets back on, new hardware with slide grease here and here. 21 millimeter bolts are in. I know they're Loctited from the factory, but I threw some anti-seize on there just in case I have to do it again. Slide pins are all clean and re-greased. So now it's just time to compress the caliper and put the caliper back on and bolt it back together. So I might have been wrong. I don't think I replaced this caliper, but it doesn't seem to be bad other than it's dirty. It compressed just fine. Everything went on. I'm just spraying brake clean to clean everything off.
We'll throw the tire back on and go to the other side. The other side will not be nearly as complicated because I don't have to change that wheel speed sensor. I knew this one was bad, so now that that's all done, we'll get her buttoned up and I'll throw some grease in all the ball joints and stuff while I got the tire off. All right, so we got it all done. I didn't film the other side. So the driver's side here, everything's been replaced on it. I had replaced the rotor, the caliper, and all the pads, but I went ahead and did it again anyway. I'll show, just because it had gotten hot from towing and stuff. So this is the rotor off the driver's side. This is the back side. You can see it's using the full length. This is the one off the driver's or passenger side that's not hardly using anything, and it's all rusted up. So I don't think I ever replaced this one. There's the front side and the front side. So the driver's side's working good. So if nothing else, we'll see how the wear is going on this passenger side, and I might have to change that brake caliper. So I'm going to clean up my mess real quick and then take it for a test drive, see how it does. I do know that I got to get tires rotated. I've had these tires on for a while, which are wearing very well, and they do decent. Summertime, wintertime, they're not necessarily the greatest in the snow on that. Four-wheel drive, it gets around great, but two-wheel drive, no weight in the back. So let me clean up my mess and go for a test drive, and I'll check back in with you.